Hello and welcome to this video presentation on security issues regarding online banking. In this video, I will provide ideas and tips that can help you stay safer and more secure while you are taking advantage of the ease and convenience of online banking. Though this list is not exhaustive and there is no way to completely eliminate all security risks posed by using online banking, following the steps provided in this video will go a long way towards ensuring your safety while utilizing online banking. Not only that, but many of the tips offered in this video can be used on any type of website that might pose a security risk to your private information. Let us start with a basic overview of online banking. Online banking has revolutionized the way that personal banking is handled, making it possible to access our bank accounts, transfer funds from one account to another account, and even handle some stock trading all at the click of a button. Not only this, but most online banking institutions will have special applications made for handling online banking through your phone, making it even easier to perform online banking related tasks. This also brings up the question, which we'll answer later, of how big a consideration a bank's built-in security for their banking app should play into choosing a bank. One of the biggest factors in keeping a bank account safe and secure is creating a unique, secure password. Even with the advent of two-factor authentication, which we will talk about later, a strong password still remains a big and in some cases the only factor in how secure an account is. So what should you do to make sure your password is a secure one? Well, let's start with the most basic building block of the password, the alphabetical characters. For these, it is best to make the word as long as possible and to avoid using anything that is easily guessable, which includes not only the obvious candidates like 123 ABC or even 123 ABC, but also anything that would be easily related back to you. For example, your middle name is not hard to find and input as a guess for your password, or even facts that are easily related back to you, like the name of your mother or your father. Instead, it's best to use more obscure things. For example, you could use the name of your first pet, in addition to the name of your favorite teacher from elementary school. Now, in addition to using alphabetical characters in the password, it is also important to include several numbers, preferably ones that are not directly related to you, like a birthday, as well as to use special characters like the question mark or the exclamation mark. The last point I have to make about passwords is that you need to make sure that you do not recycle passwords between websites. In other words, you should make a unique password for each website that you create an account on, and each of these passwords should utilize the tips provided before to maximize security for these accounts. Security questions are another important factor in creating a secure account. For many websites, a set of security questions will be asked at the time that the account is created, and these questions will be used to verify your identity in the case that your password is forgotten and needs to be changed. Oftentimes, these questions will relate to past experiences, such as who your first teacher was or the name of your first pet. One tip that can dramatically improve the difficulty of guessing these questions is to make the answers as nonsensical as possible. So, for example, rather than making the answer to what is your favorite teacher growing up a name, you can make this your favorite food. The chances that an algorithm or a human will guess the name of your favorite teacher was pepperoni pizza is much less than if you put Nancy Doe. Another issue that arises with online banking is that you need to be careful not to utilize public Wi-Fi networks when accessing your accounts. Ultimately, the most secure way that you can perform online banking is to have a dedicated computer that is hardwired to the internet through an Ethernet cable. But for most people, this is not possible, so there are a few basic guidelines that you can follow to stay safe. Firstly, avoid using public Wi-Fi networks at places like coffee shops, libraries, or restaurants. Since these networks are very vulnerable to hackers gaining access to your computer through them, in addition, the possibility that they will set up fake Wi-Fi networks that resemble the names of the stores around you, but are really private networks set up by hackers for the specific purpose of stealing your credentials. The best place to perform online banking is in your home on your personal Wi-Fi network. It can also be safe, though not necessarily as safe, to perform online banking using secure networks in places of high trust, such as your place of employment. Finally, it is never a good idea to perform online banking on any publicly accessed computer like a shared computer at a library. The final two pieces of advice that I have to offer are regarding two-factor authentication and email scams. The first, two-factor authentication, provides probably the single most effective, widely used method of securing your banking account. The way that it works is that whenever you wish to log on to an account or to make a change to a password or a username, you will be required to verify your identity through a separate, unique device, usually by having a code messaged or sent through an automated call that you then enter into your computer. The second, email scams, usually occur in the form of receiving an email where it is claimed that urgent action must be taken to protect your account, usually with a link to a website that so closely resembles your bank's website as to be almost indistinguishable. Once on this site, which is fake and has been set up by the scammers to obtain your credentials, you will be asked to enter your login credentials, and these will then be saved by the scammers and used to hack into your account. The best way to avoid this is to call your bank or visit their site directly whenever you receive an email like this to verify that the information is correct. Either it will be and you can resolve the issue, or it will be fake and the bank will now be notified of the potential scam and will be able to take action to prevent others from being victims of this scam. So, in summary, online banking is a convenient and useful tool that can help you accomplish your banking needs more conveniently. However, it comes with some risk, and as such, you need to take some precautions to guard the security of these accounts. One of these precautions that you can take is to make a password that is not only long, but includes unique word choices for the text part of the password, as well as numbers that are not easily relatable to you, like a birthday, and one or more special characters. After this, you need to make good security questions, preferably with answers that are somewhat nonsensical, at least to others. In addition, you need to avoid public Wi-Fi networks at all costs when doing banking, and try to only do banking at your home or at the least in a trusted location like a place of employment. Finally, we talked about the single most effective method of guarding security: two-factor authentication, where a second independent device is used to verify your identity. Utilize all of these tactics when setting up an account, and you will have a very firm foundation for secure online banking.